Welcome back to another wonderful, captivating, high as fuck,
astonishing
podcast that sometimes makes zero sense. You're listening to Two Girls, One Blunt on Haze Radio Network.
Ooh, that sounds official.
Don't do the crickets to it.
Somebody's switching these around because this is the one I was looking for. That's the one I was looking for.
Or Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you listen to this anywhere else, can you just DM us on Instagram and let us know? Because I don't even know if these archive platforms work. I'm like, do people listen to that?
Right?
Stitcher Premium, if we got any Stitcher listeners out there. If we have any Google Play
I've never
listeners.
even heard.
Is there like Podchaser? Isn't that one?
Podchaser, any Pod Streamer, any Podcorn, any...
Oh, yeah, we got a whole... Well, welcome back, you filthy fucking stoners. This is, as Jamie said, Two Girls, One Blunt. Did you say that?
I did.
Okay, this is Two Girls, One Blunt.
I just ripped like three bong hits. We got in trouble.
We got in big trouble. Where did we get in trouble at?
The big, bad Tiki-Talkie.
Fucking clock app. We are view only, which means one more violation and our account gets deleted.
Yeah, and I'm so proud of us and all the hard work we've been doing between Miggy's clips and our vibrant personalities that have amassed us like 20,000 followers in like a couple days.
Yeah. We did that.
And we have been struggling trying to get like a following on TikTok, and every video started hitting off. As you know, the Michael Cera one went viral, and we are still feeling the repercussions from that video. I feel like we have been just mass reported for everything we're being posted now. We posted one and it was literally just about you talking. I said, have you ever like been with a taker, like a taker friend or a taker relationship where they just take? And you were like, yeah. And you explained how you used to drive a boyfriend to work. That got removed and we appealed it. And then it said could not be restored because it violates our community guidelines. We're being attacked.
It's everything we do. We literally cannot win. If you want to email TikTok for us, just say that we are unfairly being discriminated against. Let them know. They want to hear from the people, you know?
The people. We want to hear from the people.
We do.
Hashtag free 2G1B.
Thank you. And so to help with our case too, if you leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
Oh yeah. TikTok executives look at that.
A written review, not just like the 5 stars. Please write one. Even if it's like cool podcast. We just want to see something, but we'd hope you put a little bit more effort into that if we're being honest, okay? But you know, we're all stoners, so we get it.
We do get it. Oh, we just got back from Mexico. We're about to leave for LA. By the time this episode goes live, we will be in LA for a very exciting event. We're doing a Weed Olympics with Tori 212 Green, who's an amazing musician. We're actually going to have her on in the next couple of weeks. So
yes,
stay tuned. She's awesome.
A big influencer in LA. And we're going to be working with like 10 other girls, and we're going to be competing in a 5-round series of the Weed Olympics.
We're obviously going to win.
Yes. And I got to add, it's all like influencer girls who have OnlyFans. So the outfits are going to be hot. We're going to be doing some wild shit on camera while we're high as fuck. We're having over a pound of weed for sponsors for this event. So you can imagine just how high we're going to get. Gas masks.
Hopefully very high.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards. So you're going to be able to see that on YouTube, I believe ours, but also Tori's is the one who's going to be hosting it, and as well as an uncensored version on OnlyFans. So this all launches on 4/20. So make sure you click the link in our Instagram bio and find out where to find out more. But yeah, you'll see some on our story when we go to LA next week.
I'm excited.
Live.
This is going to be wild.
I can't wait to come back to Miami, allegedly, with weed, with a bunch of weed from LA.
Allegedly.
Off the record.
I'm getting better with my PR. I think it's this weed that we're smoking because the old one was kind of like mids.
Yeah, we're doing better with weed. Shout out to Miami Maduros.
Mm-hmm.
Hey now. There we go. That's
now.
right. Shout out Miami Maduros.
Oh, J-Flex.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the weed we smoke all the time. It's great. But we are doing something new for the people who are watching. We have a camera on our producer.
Oh my God. Stop it.
He's still learning the buttons.
I got nervous. I just started pressing everything.
He's having too much fun.
We just find that a lot of the things he says are valuable, and we're making clips, and when we're going through the ideas of what we want to post on social media, we have to miss out on a lot of the good parts because we don't have his face in them. And then Emily and I are just awkwardly staring at the camera with like dead faces. We're like, or like staring at him, just like listening intently.
And I know they're laughing on the inside.
We are laughing on the inside. We really are.
No, I appreciate it. I'm still gonna, stay quiet. I'm not gonna overstep my boundaries. I'm gonna interject fondly. Did I use that right?
Fondly?
Whatever.
Are you going to fondle us?
Wait, actually,
what's
I have
happening?
an important question now that you're on camera. Okay.
Uh-oh.
When you scratch your balls, what do you do?
Oh, pinch and twist. Classic pinch and twist. Any guy will know that.
Right
can you
in the
demonstrate
middle.
on these two? Will you hold my mic really quick?
So if
No, but that doesn't include the skin. That's the important part here. That's why they do it.
I think the best way I could just example it is with my elbow.
Do you want me to hold your mic?
Oh, we got disconnected. Hold on. Yeah.
It's because I just got sent a video about this, and it was like, let's confuse the girls, and it was two eggs in a Ziploc baggie, and they pinched in between the Ziploc baggie like this, like right where the seam of your balls would be, basically.
It's my itch is usually not in the seam. It's around the side where it's rubbing up against the thighs.
Interesting.
Right?
Oh, so you're just pinching and twisting the side?
Yeah, because I can't, you got to be careful and only grab a little at a time because you don't want to pinch a whole nut. And then, because that pain is...
So do you have to avoid the actual sack and you just try to go for the skin outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, like your weenus on your elbow.
Like that. And that...
He's grabbing his weenus.
Oh, that's close to orgasmic sometimes.
Wow.
I used to have a thing when I was younger where I would fall asleep, and mid-sleep, I guess I would just get clammy and like scratch my balls. And this was in like elementary school, and I'd wake up with like just raw nuts, just like bloody nuts, getting stuck to my underwear because I would like sleep scratch. Some people grind their teeth. I would scratch my nuts when I sleep.
Oh my God.
You know what? I've been there just in a different sense.
With your vagina?
When you like
lips,
bleed
right?
through tampons and it gets really itchy?
Yeah.
I would itch and I would wake up and my fingernails would be bloody and I'd be like, what the fuck? I would like itch like my thigh in my sleep and it would just be like my period blood.
Some itches are just so good though. Like,
Emily, was that TMI?
That was last week.
Oh my God.
feel you though. I have athlete's foot. I scratch it till I bleed. I scratch my fucking pinky toe raw.
I slap. I'm a slapper.
Yeah.
If I'm itchy, I'm just like, I'm just like hitting it, or like my feet.
Yeah.
I do get athlete's foot here and there.
Yeah.
I'm really scared to get it. I've never had it.
I've been showering more, so I think it's been a little bit more helpful.
I shower. I get in between the toes, but I don't know what it is. I have permanent athlete's
Do you
foot.
dry?
It like comes, it goes.
Make sure you dry super well before you put on
In
socks.
between your toesy woesy.
Yeah, I get my towel and I pretty much do the
Well,
I do the ball sack technique on my toes.
You gotta let them
Here's
totally
the thing
dry.
too. It's your sneakers. It's the shoes you keep putting on. The fungus is in your shoes, and so it doesn't matter if you get it away naturally. You put that pair of shoes on, which means you have to part with your shoes, which is terrible. Maybe you just put your
roasted.
foot in like a Ziploc baggie and then in the shoe.
My mom keeps saying like just put my feet in apple cider vinegar.
No, wrap your foot with saran wrap, like your sock.
Oh.
I don't know if that would create a really moist environment though inside, and that would
It'll
never.
probably create just a different layer of fungus, just blue cheese in my feet.
These are high conversations.
Wow. We really
These-
get in depth.
Hold on, I'm gonna hit this again. Oh my God, I subscribed to this thing called Hemper Box. This is not an ad.
Or it could be if you guys are interested.
It could be if you're interested. We're looking for sponsors. So it's Hemper Box. So it comes with like, I don't know, like some papers, some tips, and like lighter hemp, something hemp that you light up. I don't know.
The hemp string, yeah.
The hemp string,
I
yeah.
love that shit.
I never use that. But the best part is it comes with themed like bongs that also turn into like where you can take a dab.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So like it switches out the top and shit. And this one is like a Mario type of bong. And I got one that's like an alien one. And then I got a was it Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
It was like the Dragon Ball Z
dope.
bong. So now I have all these dope, cool little like mini bongs. And usually with mini bongs, I feel like they don't hit as well. This one hits really fucking good.
It looks like it captures the smoke
It gets
really
so
well.
much smoke. Should we do an example?
Yeah.
All right.
This is for Instagram. Fuck you, TikTok.
Yeah, literally.
And before you blow out the smoke, do your best Mario impression. No!
It's a me.
Your mic.
Yeah.
That was
a big ass hit. I don't think it's a me, Mario.
She goes, it's me.
I didn't think it was burning my throat, and I didn't even think I was gonna be able to talk or hold it in.
Yeah.
And then I also had a brain fart, and I was like, "What the fuck does Mario sound like?"
That's
I
so
was like,
true.
"I don't remember what Mario sounds like."
What does Mario sound like?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm about to be. There's still. I can't leave it.
You gotta clear it.
Right?
I want to play video games again. I miss like the joy you got from like shit talking your friend about Mario Kart.
Oh, man.
Be like, you're gonna go down. I never won, but I just like to shit talk.
Emily, I think we need to take bong rips every day, multiple times a day, and we have to get our tolerance up for the next week.
Fuck, that's so true.
We literally need to smoke so much this week and take edibles and be high all day, every day, so that we can win the Weed Olympics.
Is anybody supplying dabs? I think there should be like a intermittent
Shit, we
dab
need dabs.
rule
We need
during the events.
dabs.
Frick.
Yeah, we locked down some pretty big fucking weed sponsors. I'm proud of us.
I'm very proud of us.
We're gonna move that to the podcast.
It was a whole team effort. Yeah, we are. We brought that energy. Now we know we can bring it elsewhere.
Yeah, we do get like a lot of free merch and shit. I want to like the reason we haven't like talked about it on the podcast is because, you know, with the viewership and, you know, everything with creating content, you also want to know your worth. And so brands should be paying, you know what I mean, to have like a spot, because there's the amount of brands that reach out that just want to give free stuff for the spot shows there's a high demand.
Yes.
So we accept like the free stuff, but we say we'll keep it to social media. So a lot of our weed stuff is more so like on our social media, just because this is like the podcast is very important to us. It's our baby. So we also don't want to just like, we actually turned down a lot of sponsors who did want to pay us because we didn't like their product. We tried it out and we were like, this wouldn't be fitting for our audience. This wouldn't be fitting for us. Do we see ourselves using this like device in our everyday smoking routine, or are we going to stick to rolling blunts? Like,
because we both came from, and you did too, like a sales environment where it's about like keeping retention, and not saying that our audience is retention, but we also wouldn't want to lose our audience, our community that we've built, that we put in a lot of hard work to build, by just spieling out a bunch of ads. Like, what is the long-term value in that?
Yeah. But at the same time, like we did just talk about the Hemper box, and that like wasn't an ad. We do want to keep adding like the little things. So we're not going to give people like full-blown ads, but I think we might start talking a little bit more about the weed that we're smoking, or the type, or why. So if that's stuff that you guys want to hear,
let us
know, because we have mixed feedback. Some people want us to be like more weed oriented, but some people love like the wild shit we talk about, and like they connect with us like on a mental health deeper level, you know. Mm-hmm. So we want to make sure we're making everyone happy.
That's also hard.
Yeah, but I guess you'll see some of the brands that we do love. That every brand for this Weed Olympics is actually like a high quality dope brand
that we're super excited to work with.
We're super excited to work with. The products, everything. So yeah, make sure you tune into that. But I think we should start. We all know what happened last night at the Oscars.
Sunday was it?
Yeah, Sunday night.
Okay.
I think this is the
feels like it was just last night.
It feels like it was last week. There's been so much content being made about this.
It's like the fucking. It's like
the amount
Hollywood
of
was
podcasts
dead.
that have been out. Like our podcast will be out a week later.
Yeah.
Right. Andrew Schultz, Joe Rogan, all of them are already have podcasts out and recorded with clips.
Bad Vice.
If we,
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
true.
guys. Too
You
early. I
did.
did it too early
You
in the
did.
game.
No, you
I
did
plugged
not.
myself too early. I fucking shot
No.
the gun.
Miggy also has a podcast. So make sure you tune into that. It's Bad Vice Podcast.
we'll link it down below.
And they talked about this, and that's why I think this is a great time to have you on camera for the first time, because you provided a really cool perspective that I don't think a lot of people hear and are seeing it from that side, because there's so many opinions on this right now.
so many. And you're a big Will Smith fan, so like you've
I'm a
been
big Will
following
Smith.
him for a while.
Yeah, and I'm trying to look at it from like all angles too. I feel like on our podcast we kept it short because like Joey just didn't want to hear me go on about Will Smith, but she also agreed. We're like
Wait, will you explain what happened? So for anyone who's listening who doesn't know what happened with Will Smith at the Oscars.
So Chris Rock was just presenting an award, and he was just going around the room making fun of couples like they usually do at the Grammys. And then he got to Will Smith and Jada, and he said, "Jada, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait for it." You know, the internet, they come up with so many other reasons, you know, why he said that joke, because blah, blah, blah. And so Will Smith didn't take it the right way, and he went on stage.
No, Will Smith laughed at
He
the
laughed
joke.
at first. You know, okay, so I have this speculation too. There is a hard cut from the laugh to back on stage where Chris Rock is like, that was a light one.
So you think like they inserted that in to sort of switch the narrative?
No, I don't know if they cut out, because you see Jada start to roll her eyes, right?
Yeah.
And so maybe she said something first, or maybe there's like a 5 second. There's definitely
There is
like
a cut,
There's
yeah.
a 2 to 5 second bit that's missing there. Because Chris Rock tells the joke, and I noticed this as somebody who edits and knows how to make cuts and stuff. Chris Rock tells the joke. He looks off camera. Ha, ha, ha. He has his hands together, and they cut to Will Smith laughing. And a second and a half, they're back on Chris Rock, and he has his hands open, like already trying to
So
explain
he was
himself.
already telling something else.
Yeah, he was already like trying to explain himself. So there was something that we didn't see there.
Yeah.
But that's besides the fact.
Okay.
I'm getting into conspiracies too early,
All right,
guys.
so
No, I
I'm
like
high.
it.
So Jada rolls her eyes. Like Will Smith laughs, Jada rolls her eyes. It cuts to Chris Rock on stage again, and he says, "Will, like that was an easy one. That was a light one, or whatever." And then you just see Will storm the Capitol.
Hey, and can I say in the most Will Smith way too,
Yes.
swagger, like when
Yes.
you see him
This
walk
was
up.
like
Men in Black
yeah,
shit.
Men in
He
Black
was
shit.
he was going in.
You're expecting something good to happen because it's fucking Will Smith.
So Will goes right up and smack.
Slaps the shit out of Chris
slaps
Rock.
the
Whoa.
shit out of Chris Rock, and he ends it like it was like literally it was so smooth because it was like the hardest slap, and he just like poses at the end for a little bit with like his hand down.
Oh, yeah.
and
No.
then he just gets up and he walks off.
And you can tell, like, Will Smith, I know he's in, like, a shit ton of action movies. He's had, like, real training.
Oh,
I
for
was watching
sure.
this as somebody who used to teach people how to fight, and I was like, you pivoted. You had everything at the right angle. Your whole body went into that. And I was like, fuck yeah. Like, he knows how to throw a
Right.
hit. So he could have punched the shit out of Chris Rock. He chose to slap him.
And he did it with a smile on his face and walked off.
And then Chris Rock's like, he literally's like flabbergasted, and he's like, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me on live TV.
Because it's Will Smith. You don't expect it to be like malintentioned or anything. Like everybody in that split second was like, is this a joke? And then the camera goes to Will Smith in the stage. Keep my wife's name out your fuck. Wait, I
Oh
was
my
shook
God. Keep
when
your
I,
wife's
Yes.
name out of your fucking mouth. And he repeated himself like 2 or 3 times.
yeah. Boy, I
Loud.
was shook when he said that shit. It was I'm sure
was
everybody felt like they
I
were screaming
felt
at-
That was
Goosebumps.
powerful.
because
Yeah.
it's like seeing the teacher that never freaks out on a bad day.
Yeah.
Right, and then the teacher comes in, and the kids are all rowdy, and it's just, did you just sit down? Shut up! You're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
you were supposed to
Yeah.
be the cool one.
Yeah.
But
The
motherfuckers get
reactions-
smacked every day, so
But also, there's so many. What ended up happening, as well as part of the story, because we're going to go into it, was Will Smith later, he was able to stay at the show. Okay. Then moments later, wins an Oscar.
His first Oscar.
His first Oscar, gives a whole speech and says, apologizes to the Academy, to the people like in the movie, all this stuff, makes this huge speech, doesn't apologize to Chris Rock at all. And yeah, he was able to stay at the show, and then he was seen like out, you know, having a good time. The crazy part is that him and Jada made a TikTok and posted on Instagram, and there's a sound that it's like, what's the chaos? Like we're bringing chaos.
Yeah,
like,
the caption too. The caption is like, me and Jada got all dressed up to choose chaos.
choose chaos tonight.
Love it.
And then and it's like a sound, and it's so perfect, and so that it's so ironic that they posted that right before that happened, unless it was planned. Like, you know,
They
That's
had like
another
their post
conspiracy,
scheduled
too.
out.
so do you think it was planned?
Okay, so since we're going here, I'm going to show you a meme, because at the end of the day, it's just a meme. But it popped up on my Twitter, and I'm just gonna play devil's advocate, because there's always, you know, one Illuminati freak. There's always somebody, you know, trying to say, "Oh, that this was all a ritual. This was all a symbol for such and such."
I
I'm
think
so-
there definitely could be. It could be like a whole plot. You never know. What if somebody's dropping something in the next 3 weeks? You never know what's a PR stunt and what's not in Hollywood.
So I'm gonna put these two pictures on the screen, but just swipe over.
Okay, so we're looking at, it says all stage Freemason ritual. It's all con game for the masses. You see Will Smith.
He has his hand tucked into his jacket pocket.
And that's like a Freemason
Yeah,
symbol?
they put that picture of Will apologizing at the end of the Oscars with his hand in his jacket pocket,
Yep.
next to a kind of like a diagram. What would you call that? Like a drawing from a Freemason book of the sign. What does it say? The sign of a
Sign of the Master of the Second Veil.
So the theory is that this was all a embarrassment ritual from the Illuminati for Chris Rock and Will Smith.
Okay.
So they had to embarrass themselves in front of worldwide, because it's promoted worldwide. So this would be the ultimate embarrassment, because look at
Yeah.
all the memes, everything that's coming out of it. People are absolutely demolishing Will. It is like almost 50-50, and both sides are so strong. But I think there's so many sides to the pro and con as well. Like, so one, as a comedian, it is a very dangerous road to take when you choose to slap somebody. I'm not going to call it violence either, because like I feel like a slap is not violence. So there's a whole, everyone's like, it's violence, mainly white women. And but
Oh man.
but you know what I'm saying?
Do you see what Amy Schumer said, that she's traumatized from it?
Oh, shut
up.
She came out 10 minutes later and made a fucking joke. Like, come on, you're reaching. She's always just looking to stir up some
I don't
shit.
like
It sounds
her.
stupid.
Didn't she write the joke? People are saying that she wrote the joke about Jada.
Who knows? She's on some,
Really?
you know, everybody's always got something to say about Amy Schumer. I used to like her, but, you know, stuff rubs me the wrong way. And I saw that and I was like, traumatized for what, bro? People get smacked
Was
every
she
day.
making a joke?
No, it was...
Or she was literally like, I'm traumatized.
Yeah, it was like a
like
caption
she's
or a
being that
tweet
white
she put
woman
up.
trope.
Yeah.
Shut the
There's a
fuck
caption
up.
or a tweet she put up where she's like, but now that I'm being able to process, she was like, shout out to Questlove. I can't believe it. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm sure it's going to be on the
What?
news. It's very stupid.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think it's a dangerous slope, though, if you choose to hit somebody or attack a comedian on stage for telling jokes, because I feel like comedy is it needs to be like a protected form of free speech, because once you take that away, comedy is how they bring up a lot of light and issues and politics and things like that in a way that is digestible and people enjoy. It's so powerful, the effect that comedy can actually have. It can like tell a story, like the Daniel Gloss special, and he talks about his like sister and all this stuff. Like that was like you got emotional after watching it, but you're laughing, you know?
Yeah.
If
and
you
Chappelle too, you know.
Yeah, so it's like if somebody walked up and like hit Chappelle, or like someone shot at him, it takes one hit, one slap in front of everyone to see and open the floodgates for people to attack comedians on stage, and that is so dangerous. And then that will be like, people will be like safety things, and then when does comedy go away?
Yeah.
When do you lose that ability?
They're also on the same level, Chris Rock and Will Smith. There's not that like parasocial attachment that you get to celebrities. Like this is very much like those are their people who were in the audience at the Oscars, everyone who is rich and is a celebrity and is well known. So this is not like, this is their equivalent of just like going out to a bar and you hit your friend.
Yeah, like at the barbershop. Because this is the thing too. As a
Well, this is
comedy
also
fan,
where everyone's bosses are. They're owned by that.
Yeah.
Will's like, you know what I mean? Will Smith
Which gives
apologized
the
to
Illuminati thing like
Will Smith
another power.
apologizes to the Academy and not Chris Rock because he's online for his job. Chris Rock doesn't slap back, and he just handles it like a fucking professional. He handled that so amazingly. But everyone's like, he should have hit him back. But no, because he also is like, I have to be fucking in the movies.
It's a workplace thing at the end of the day. But even I've spazzed on a coworker before, and I got fired for it. I threatened a coworker. So here's the way I'm looking at it. As a comedy fan, as a stand-up fan, 100%. Protect the right for comedians to go on stage. Chappelle is my favorite. He comments on a lot of social things, from race to gender issues to identity issues. If anybody rushed the stage in those situations, that would definitely bring a different fear. Imagine being Will Smith, though, and being a specific person who gets specifically targeted by the media. So it's not like, it was Ricky Gervais up there making a general black
Why has
black
nobody
people joke.
hit Ricky Gervais yet?
That's the thing.
That was my question.
Well, because Ricky Gervais makes general jokes.
Is he the asshole?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking Piers Morgan.
Well, Piers Morgan, he makes fucking, just insults. But the whole situation with Will is like, imagine yourself specifically and your family specifically getting picked on for like the past 15 years in media. It's no longer like a comedy versus the people thing. It's a Will Smith versus the media thing.
Well, he has a huge ego because of all this. He grew up as a star.
And
he was a childhood star, like a genius.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but everybody commenting on it too, it's kind of like a hypocrite thing. Anybody in Hollywood being able to comment on it, because Jim Carrey came out saying that it was disgusting. Now people are exposing him. Hey, do you remember the award shows 12 years ago when you sexually assaulted what's her name, Alicia Silverstone? And there's a video of him going up to accept an award, and he like grabs a girl in and like kisses her and like against her will and stuff. Jim Carrey. And then Zoe Kravitz, she put up a bunch of statements, and now people are outing her. Oh, you remember when you said pedophilic comments against Justin Bieber? Remember when you denied your race?
This is also, because I'm super spiritual, so I'm obviously going to tag this in. Right now, going on the overall energy of the fucking world, this time period, like this year, a lot of frauds are being brought into the light. A lot of people who are standing for love and light and like peace and no violence, and we're better than that, and like all of this stuff, which is a lot of it's inherently rooted in ego, but they are going to be given tests from the universe. And I 100% think this was a test for Will Smith, who has been preaching so much of this, and he's been going so hard trying to save his reputation. And he failed it. And that's why all of those people who are speaking out about him right now, boom, everyone in Hollywood is about to get exposed.
It's everybody's turn.
Because now as the collective, and we're rising up, and we're fucking getting smarter, and we're seeing through people's bullshit, no one's fucking down for it, and we all want change. And so anyone who's trying to be a fraud or scam people, this is not your year.
But was him slapping Chris Rock a failure, or was it him standing up for his wife?
I think it was a breakthrough.
Like, that was his moment where he was like, I don't have to be that toxic spirituality where you can't fight back, where you can't stand up for the people that you love, and you just have to be positive and all this love and light. That would be fraudulent.
That's perfect.
But I think hitting somebody, slapping in general, you are kind of making a choice. So it's like, yes, he should absolutely stand up for his wife. I 100% agree. Like, stand up for your wife, protect your fucking family and your name. And sometimes you got to do some crazy shit to do it. But I think they had a private table. They knew they were going to win an award. That's why they stayed. Do you know what I mean? Why didn't the Academy not lay him? Because, like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think he could have professionally roasted Chris Rock or clap back in a way that like really made a statement and stuck up for his wife, but also didn't slap the shit out of Chris Rock.
That's like, such a funny sentence.
I know.
You know, hindsight is 20/20. There's always ways in which we could have acted more professionally, but sometimes you just gotta slap a hoe.
But I also agree that as a woman, like, I would want my man to slap the shit out of someone for me sometimes. But then I'm like, is that the toxic part of me? Because, like, is that how I view love because of the toxic part? Because, like, that's how a lot of us view, like... Also.
It's definitely, like, a movie thing. Like, you want that, your significant other to fight for you. But...
We don't ew anybody's yum, right? Is that the saying?
We don't yuck anyone's yum.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Like we've all been bullied at the end of the day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but when you're an adult, people don't fight as often. It's looked down upon a lot more. Like when you're a kid, everyone fights, and there's fights in the high school and outside, and you're meeting at the park to go watch a fight. Like that was a typical Tuesday afternoon. But like as an adult, it becomes a lot harder to fight, especially when your job is being in the public eye 24/7 and they're your boss, and you get caught fucking fighting somebody, or like you get getting like that's why.
It's also so much more normalized with guys, though, to just fight your friend or rock their shit and then get over it. That's like with girls, we don't do that. You don't hit your friend unless like that's like a friendship ending thing.
So you think he should have rocked his shit on public television to everyone, or maybe said, "Hey, we're gonna talk after this. Meet me after that. Meet me outside."
But also how much so all of this is what we're privy to from the public eye. We don't know how much shit has gone on behind closed doors that we are and never will be granted access to, because that's their personal business. How much of this has built up over years and years, and just like he was abused as a child, maybe now he's being the abuser.
That's true.
That's true. That
is very true.
That's a tall tale.
Say that
It's a
5 times
classic
fast.
story, right? So the bullied grows up to be the bully. It's also like the old school idea of the needle that broke the camel's back, right? Because it seems like such a small thing, like a G.I. Jane joke, but after years of like bringing up her entanglement, after years of calling Will a pussy, after years of calling their kids weird, after years of calling Jada lesbian and Will gay and all that, you know. It was probably it was a warning shot for all of Hollywood. That's the way I saw it.
We expect a lot out of celebrities, especially in how they interact, but we so much so that we forget that they're people, because we've developed these parasocial relationships where we see them as above us, as superior, as not human almost. But celebrities literally are humans. They have human reactions, and they, just like we aren't always expected to keep our cool, neither can they be relied on to do that.
Yeah, and Will Smith has been going through some shit publicly. Even like with Jada's Red Talk tables where they talked about the cheating and all this stuff and
therapy,
whatever,
will make you do some crazy shit. Because even like after,
you said he was crying the whole time.
That's what I was gonna say. After the fight, like you could tell that that's like a person who's like finally like realizing all these emotions that they bottled up. Like he's just sitting there, just fucking, and then when the cameras were on, he'd just be like, and then just fucking, you'd see the cameras would pan and you see him like dabbing his eyes and stuff.
That's also really vulnerable to be putting out there.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he did. Everyone's saying it's like violent. Like he was so impulsive.
He was assaulted.
And he assaulted him. I think that's way too far. I honestly don't even think it was impulsive. I think he has been meaning for that smack and maybe, like you said, didn't intend it.
Could have been anybody.
He shouldn't have done it to Chris Rock, but that slap was meant for Hollywood. That slap was meant for everyone who's fucking been making him feel like he's not the man who he like thinks he is, you know? And I
wasn't watching the show.
I think it was more calculated than impulsive. And
that's why it was a slap.
And a slap, violent, come on, violent, a slap.
The people who are like, oh my gosh, he should be put in jail. They should have arrested him.
Chris Rock should have pressed charges.
Slapped him.
No, but also, what if like Chris Evans went up and slapped somebody like that?
If it was a white man sticking up for a white woman, or a white man sticking up for his wife,
noble.
Period, it would have been noble.
That's the other thing too. If it was a white man that Will would have slapped, he probably would have been to jail or like actually gotten charges pressed on him,
or not gotten his Oscar.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because look at Jim Carrey. Like it sucks because he's another great, and we like look at him so highly. But me seeing him like react like that on camera when there's an entire documentary, Jim and Andy. It's completely made of behind the scenes footage when they were shooting this movie Man on the Moon, where Jim Carrey plays Andy Kaufman, which was a revolutionary comedian in the 70s. He was on Saturday Night Live. He like inspired kind of this outlandish comedy that we see in like Eric Andre nowadays.
Oh,
where it's like anti-joke type of stuff.
Okay.
So Jim Carrey did this biopic on him, and he says that right before he filmed the movie, he went to a beach and the spirit of Andy Kaufman took over him. And he was completely in character throughout the entire filming. So there's entire footage of this behind the scenes of this movie. Jim Carrey smacking his coworkers. He's being disrespectful to his coworkers. He's spitting on people. He's hitting people, running away, crashing cars, coming in drunk, coming in late. So it's just it's all very Hollywood is very hypocritical. If you want people to be real, like that's some real shit. You go to any train station, any subway station, you're gonna see a motherfucker get slapped.
I think too, even saying Hollywood is hypocritical, I think Hollywood is just a giant movie representation of people in general.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Society is hypocritical.
America aims to be like Hollywood.
The ego that it takes to shun people. What Will Smith did, I think he could have done it in a different way, you know? And for comedy, like that's really bad. And so I'm scared to see what those repercussions are. But like for somebody to see, I saw him hurt. I saw a broken person there. Even when like with Chris Rock, I rewatched it and I was like, oh my God, I see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to see that and then know that you have also done that and you've made those mistakes and you had to learn those lessons, for you to go back and be like, I was so disgusted. Like, who are you? Just because you're good now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the thing we need to realize at the end of the day too. Like if we've been in that position, we're all human. Like anytime I've gotten into an altercation, whether it's big or small, whether I smack somebody, afterwards I'm like, I really wish I didn't have to get to that. Because when there's a winner or when there's a big man, there's a small man. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the fact that you made somebody feel that way, it sucks. But oftentimes it's because it had to be done. Unless you're a fucking jackass just going around bullying people for no reason. But oftentimes it's like a weight off your chest, but that weight comes with...
It comes with a price.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. And I think like that's going to have consequences. But like some people are getting so aggressive and passionate about it.
Like, how would you like it if somebody made fun of you and your wife?
Yeah.
Right?
But here's the thing. A huge argument is when you're in the business, one, if you're in comedy, her husband's in fucking comedy. She's been in comedy movies. Yeah. Like,
is Will Smith in comedy?
I think he's pulled out of it. I haven't seen him make a funny
not
movie
really.
in
He's
years.
like,
but you're in
like
the
an
industry.
Actor.
Yeah, you're an actor, but he's done a lot of comedic stuff.
Yeah.
He's like a personality. Like when you are a personality and you are in the public eye like that and you're a celebrity and like you get shit thrown at you every single fucking day. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you have to expect that people are going to be mean and that people are going to make jokes. And
that somebody might smack you.
And you know what I mean? And you got to hold your own and it hurts and it's not right. But you also know it's part of the fucking job.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I also would smack a bitch if they said something rude, regardless of...
If you have a huge deal that pays everything in your lifestyle and you smack someone and you're
Will
about to
Smith
lose
isn't
it.
like an influencer. He's literally so
Will
much.
Smith.
He's
Yeah,
Will Smith. He is a person.
Which is why they let him stay.
Just like
at
Nick
the Oscars after
Cannon
doing
getting
that.
tossed off his TV show, he created other shit because he's Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
At some point, you are no longer as reliant on the system of Hollywood as people would think. And there is so much more he could do. He could create his own production team out of this. He could create a fucking movie station, like a TV channel. Like there's so many opportunities for him.
Just a whole new following too. Like probably seeing him going from the 80s to now and seeing the change in Hollywood go from like the superstar, the private action star actor to the biggest celebrities now being Kim Kardashian and Kanye constantly in the news because of their drama. And he's like firsthand there, like, damn, I'm bigger than them. I could probably get away with a smack. You know, you see other people do things and get away with the things that you can't. You're going to be like, well, now I'm fed up. Now I'm fed up.
Yeah.
So
I also think too, a lot of people were like, I would never have slapped, but you don't know what he was feeling in that moment. And how would you react if something made you feel that in that moment?
It's your family at the end of the day too.
Because I feel like also Will Smith, I feel like it's like a rat cornered in the corner. Like he's in a cage in the corner. And what do you do when you feel like you can't do anything? Yeah. You fucking burst and then you're like, fuck, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. But there are consequences on that, and I think that consequence is one, comedians are gonna roast the fuck out of him. Will Smith is now a disgrace in the comedy community, which is much bigger. Half, I think,
because I see the white comedians mad. I see the black comedians being like, that shit is funny.
I think it's definitely divided. Everybody feels one way or the other. There's really not like an in between, and I think everyone's gonna have their own feelings about it.
Because there's also the story of Cat Williams getting jumped by 4 kids like at a local show for roasting them. So it's like, you know.
And also, you're so big in comedy. Where is your security team?
But if I'm on stage too, I also know, even though I'm a comedian, I think it would be naive to say that I could get on stage and without being in fear of anything. Yeah. I just assume if I'm on stage, and there's a light shining on me, I'm a fucking target, you know? And especially if you're in comedy and you're doing controversial shit, jokes. But I think that it's so important to protect the art of it, because there's so many jokes I don't like and there's so much comedy I don't fucking like and approve of. Yeah. But the comedy that I do and needs to be done, if you lose it, if you start censoring it, it gets bad.
I don't feel like this created an attack on comedy. I think it caused much more of a controversy about Will Smith than it did. Yeah. But I'm also involved in the comedy scene and I'm following all of these people. I'm also seeing all of the content you guys are seeing. But it's much more than just comedy. And I think that it's really caused way more issues for Will Smith than it will for comedians.
Yeah, I don't know if there's gonna... It'd be funny to see. There's definitely going to be like some sprinkled weirdos in that are like, you know, Will Smith did it, and so I'm going to charge this stage if you talk about my neighborhood. But like, that's the downside. There probably is going to be a handful of people affected by that feel like they could rush the stage.
There's so many people.
But it's not going to be a Hollywood trained fighting superstar. It's going to be some bumbling fool that's going to get security on them before they even make it.
I'm just thinking, if you come to Boston as a comedian, you start talking about the Yankees, you should expect to get hit. You will get hit.
Or heckled at least. You fucking asshole.
It just shows you got to be careful regardless, no matter your status.
That's true.
I'm surprised I haven't been hit already.
We can make that happen. Joey can smack you, I'll mace you.
I've literally asked you to punch me so many times.
You haven't. I'm not going to punch you because I can't make a fist. But I will smack the shit out of you.
Tase each other.
I also asked you to smack the shit out of me 2 days ago. The moment I heard about the Will Smith thing, I made a video and I was like, Emily, I need you to, I went into the bathroom and I was like, I need you to come in the living room and just smack the fuck out of me. And she was like, all right, I'll be right there. And then she took like 10 minutes and I was like, I'm just making this video.
She just really thought about it. She was like,
I lost the adrenaline.
She didn't say smack the shit out of me. I didn't know I had free range.
What did I say?
You said, can you come slap me for a video?
I think I was like, I need you to like slap. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I would have come a lot faster, I'm telling you.
You had the opportunity to slap me and you didn't take that up.
I feel like I've had that opportunity a lot. You're like, Emily, fight me. Emily, hit me. I haven't taken it so far.
Have you guys ever had a friend that you like get physical with and like stay friends with after that?
No.
I've
one first girl I ever fought. Actually, both girls. They were my friends.
Actually,
yeah. I think one tried to fight me and I was like, I'm not fighting you. And the other one straight up like got the whole school involved in the park. And we were like best friends. And for some reason she decided to be angry at me for one day for like something I said. It was really stupid. And she was known as like the tough girl who like fought. And I still love her to this day, but like she was known for that. Like everyone was like, you should be on the football team. Like men were afraid of her. And she came up to me at the park and like started like grabbing my hair, and I was like, I'm not gonna fight you. And everyone's watching, they're like, oh my god, she's gonna fight Jamie. And I'm like, and I'm
fight.
No, I feel like I'm afraid if I fought somebody because I had so much pent up anger. So I just know I don't want to unleash it. Like,
I know, literally, that's what I think too.
And I've held that boundary with myself. Like I don't unleash it. The only time I ever unleashed it was when I punched my mom in the face, but it was warranted.
I punched somebody in the face because he did cocaine after he promised me he wouldn't, and he had an addiction. So I smack the shit out of him.
That's fair too. Sometimes you need. That's literally the phrase. Smack some sense into somebody.
Yeah.
Sometimes a motherfucker needs to get hit to be like, oh, you're right. You're right. Actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But do you know how many times I've said to Emily where I'm like, I want to smack the fuck out of my brother and sister for them like not. Like I want them to wake up, and I literally just want to like hit them as hard as I can in the face to be like, what's going to make you realize? But that's not the answer.
Actions speak louder than words.
Sometimes, but I don't know. I'm also a pussy. So like I don't want to fight.
Never friends, never family. That's my rule, because like family could get so annoying, but like friends and family, they're your friends and family because you're going to accept them no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I won't accept a friend trying to fight me. Like physically, and that only happened one time. But like,
no, if Emily straight up swung on me one day or slapped me out of nowhere, like if I didn't ask for it, and I was like, "Hey, Emily," and she's like, "I didn't like how you said that," boom, and
that's acceptable.
I would literally contemplate I'd have to contemplate a lot.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say that's okay because she gave you a warning ahead. Like as a
No.
friend,
I'm
I'd be
gonna
like,
smack you.
No,
What's
'cause-
up, dude? Hey, dude, you pissed me off. Pah! Thanks for the heads up. Can we talk about it now? That fucking hurt. Sometimes you get hit and you just have to start crying. Oh, dude. I get it.
Have you ever been slapped?
Yeah. Like middle school. Actually, no. I mean,
Has a man ever slapped you?
I can't think of a time that I've been slapped out of like anger, like to get checked. Like I've definitely been slapped by friends, and even if it's by a friend, like that shit makes you angry for a split second. But sometimes a slap is funny. But like an angry slap, I don't think I've ever been disrespectfully slapped, dude. Like I said, from a young age, I just realized the environment I was in, and I realized like the type of person I was.
How would you feel if you were Chris Rock and you got slapped?
I'd be ashamed of myself for not moving quicker. I'd be ashamed.
He did just stand there.
Yeah, I'd be ashamed of myself for not responding. But it also comes with like a
That came out of nowhere. You think anyone was expecting Will Smith to slap him?
If somebody walked up on me after I made a joke like that and came onto my stage, I would leave the stage. I would run.
There's two ways.
You're coming to fight me, and I don't want to fight. But we gotta do Stony Baloney, guys.
Let's do Stony
Yeah.
We gotta
Baloney.
get
Let's hop
Stony
into it.
Baloney.
All right, what are we doing today?
Guys, today we are playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Are you smarter?
So, you know the deal. We're already in fifth grade. We worked our way up last game.
Look at us.
We're in fifth grade. We're going to be going through the topics. First 1 to 5 wins.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah?
I just took hits of the bong. I'm ready.
Hit that a bong.
Is that
Right.
a-
Hits of the bong.
Is that a-
So, are you smarter than a fifth grader?
No.
Yeah.
Let's start off easy with some history questions, all right?
Oh, good.
Let's, who wants to go first? Rock, paper, scissors.
Emily.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
That was easy.
What if I don't know it?
Emily,
Yes.
name a famous emperor of the Roman Empire.
Of the Roman Empire? Anyone?
Yeah.
What about Julius Caesar?
That is correct.
Oh, that
Ding,
was
ding,
in
ding,
my
ding,
head
ding.
too. Did I telepathically send it?
you were looking
1
at me and you're
point.
like, Julius
I was like,
Caesar.
I was like, Julius Caesar.
I was thinking of
Wow.
But I just thought Caesar. I forgot his first name.
Caesar salad.
That's what I was sending Caesar salad to you. Jamie, your question.
Oh no.
In which country was the first fireworks invented?
Mexico.
Oh, so close. China.
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 I was thinking of parties and like fun things.
I know. I was trying to send you the
China.
Chinese New Year's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got all the poppers there. And I ain't talking the LGBTQ community.
I had an addiction to those ones.
I think I did too.
Are they fun? Somebody
They're
try to get.
so fun.
They're amazing. Did I get you addicted?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I want to try. But
We should try them.
I had a friend that's
Emily, I can buy them online.
they sell them at the bodega in my building. Like
Oh, wait, do
went
they
there-
have the rush?
I don't know.
Because you don't want to do all of them.
I went in
Some
one
are
day
better.
and the guy behind the counter goes, "Hey, do you use these?" And I think he was trying to come on to me.
Oh my
I go, "I don't know
gosh.
what this is." I go, "What is this? Is this like huffing glue or something?" And
Did you
Make-
know,
Mickey's
did you
just
know
doing
exactly
whippets
what
in
it
the back.
was?
no,
Dude.
I read it closer and then poppers, and I remembered I had a coworker that told me
They're for the gays.
a girl tried. Well, yeah, but that a girl got him to use it one day, and it loosened up his asshole so much that he shit himself.
Oh no!
See,
it
I
never
never
loosened.
experienced
It
that.
never loosened up my butthole. That
I just
shit
had
is
fun.
puckered.
That's what I was. Afraid of. But what is it? Just making you horny?
No, so literally you sniff it, right? And if you like smelling nail polish remover like I do,
Me too. And gasoline.
and gasoline, then you'll like the smell. Okay.
Okay.
But it's literally like leather solvent. Like this is not a good thing to be doing, and it's like really bad.
roads
lose
are
some brain
brain.
cells.
Yeah,
But
I'm
you just feel
concerned
like
about.
happier.
Yeah, so like 30 seconds after you hit it, all of a sudden you're gonna feel this warm rush come kind of like go up your entire body. Right? And you get like warm, like really warm. And then it almost feels like you're drunk almost, but like you're like swaying. And you're kind
It's
of like,
fun.
and you're like, whoa, shits. And you just
You ever
feel
gotten choked
so
out?
cool. Yeah.
You play the choke out game and stuff.
Well, I've just been choked, but
I've been choked non-sexually.
but so imagine drinking and you're out at the bar. You're literally like out and you're like, this is amazing.
It's kind of like shrooms.
But it only lasts like a minute.
Yeah. So you have to keep hitting it.
You have to keep just hitting it so it becomes addicting.
You might get a call from me tonight, like, guys, I'm all popped out.
I used to just bring it around me and just be like, poppers right now.
Me too. It was great.
And I would bring them to parties and people would be like, what is that? I'm like, poppers, you want to try it? I'm such a bad influence.
That's so funny.
And and wow, I really am a bad influence.
It's okay. This guy's a bad influence too.
I'm changing though. I don't do that stuff anymore unless you want to do them. But like, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with drugs. You know, if you got your bills paid, you got a house.
Just say yes.
No, don't do heroin or pills.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
No heroin or pills unless it's Adderall.
I didn't know
Yeah,
we
do
were
the
going
normal
hardcore.
drugs.
Yeah, the normal drugs.
The normal drugs,
Come
weirdo.
on, guys. Start slow.
Yeah, we got shrooms, weed, Adderall.
And
Alcohol.
Adderall's basically
Xanax.
Coke, so
No, Xanax, I can't even do that.
Xanax scares me.
Yeah, me too.
All right, back to being. Well, see, this conversation just reminded me about being in 5th grade. The good old days.
What a good segue,
Right,
Jamie.
The good old days in 5th grade where we learned about all the national dog breeds. Hey, Emily, could you name the national dog breed of France?
They have national dog breeds.
A
A
pair-
poodle.
Whoa, you're correct.
Wait.
2 points for Emily.
Oh shit!
I didn't even know they had
Wait,
a national
how come
dog.
you haven't asked me a question?
He did.
When?
Right before he asked me a question.
You
That led into the whole poppers conversation. I don't know
Did
how.
I get it right?
got it wrong, actually. Just shoved it on down, just bottled it up.
All right, I'm gonna take another hit then because clearly it's going well for me.
All right.
Help.
Okay, this is a multiple choice, so I'll make it easy while you take a hit. You can think. Jamie, which branch of the U.S. government does the president represent? Is it legislative, judicial, executive, martial, or bureaucratic?
Executive.
That is correct.
Ding, 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 ding.
1 point for Jamie, 2 points for Emily. Let's keep going.
0 points for Miggy.
0 points for Miggy. I'm a loser. I'm a baby. I cry. I wear a diaper. Emily.
See, you just volunteered all of that.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm a comedian and I'm ready to get hit.
One
at
day
all
we're going to
times.
pants you and we're going to see your diaper.
No! You're going to see my big clitoris.
I'm not pantsing anyone because I respect the privacy of his private parts with his girlfriend.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sweet.
I thought it would be funny, like a prank,
Yeah, no,
being
it's a good prank.
pantsed.
Yeah, I triple
I'm
layer.
not like disrespecting their relationship.
I'm like,
would-
Joey's gonna be editing these clips, and I
No.
don't want her to get mad.
She
Joey,
know-
I'm not disrespecting you.
She knows that I wear cartoon style
We'll
boxers.
pants you too.
Really baggy with hearts all over them. You can't see anything. They're so non-sexual.
Really?
Yeah, they're so
That's
non-sexual.
great.
Hey, Emily,
Yeah, hey.
can you name the person who is
Hey.
known? Hey. Hey. That's what this guy
We
would
sound
sound
like Dory, sorry.
Who is the father of computers?
That question made me think about it differently because of your accent.
Who's your
I-
daddy of computers?
I don't know. I just read an article about him.
Well, it's not my question.
Who is it?
I'll give you the opportunity to steal.
Boop boop boop.
But it sounds like a fake name.
What?
His name sounds like a fake name.
Yeah. Like it's not lettuce, but it's cabbage, and his name is Charles Babbage.
Really?
Yeah, nobody would have gotten that.
I was gonna say Bill Gates.
Yeah, no, I would.
Microsoft.
Sorry.
I don't know.
This is under the computer section.
Oh, God.
I think we're just gonna skip that.
I think
This
so,
is
too.
pointless information to know. This
Yeah.
is what they're teaching our
Who the
children.
fuck cares about Carl's Babbage?
Literature. We're artists here, right?
Yeah.
Jamie. Who is the author of the thriller Gone Girl?
Oh.
E.L. James, Gillian Flynn, or J.K. Rowling?
E.L. James.
It was Gillian Flynn. I'm sorry.
Son of a bitch. That doesn't sound like a real name.
No, the first one sounded so spot
I was
on.
like, who's Gillian?
Yeah, I was like, that name sounds fake.
All good authors must have 2 letters for their first name.
Shit.
All right, Emily.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, the weed is hitting me.
Name the author of the novel The Goldfinch. Elizabeth Strout, Donna Tartt, or Anna Patchett?
Next.
Anna Patchett.
It was Donna Tartt, you fool. How did you not know that?
I hate you. All right, let's go to like science, bro, or
Okay.
something.
Oh, God.
Like math. Fuck literature.
I want to know what 5th grade is teaching this.
I don't think anybody in 5th grade is learning this.
Okay. Jamie,
Okay.
which force keeps us from floating while on Earth?
Gravity.
Gravity!
It's
Points for
working
Jamie!
against me.
That was a good little
Level
thought there.
pegging.
What?
Pegging?
That's British for equal points. You both have 2 points.
Oh.
Right? You both have 2 points, I think.
Pegging.
Emily,
Yes.
which state of matter cannot change shape?
Energy.
Emily, what?
Solid.
That like moves the most. Everything's energy.
Wait, you said it can't be created or destroyed?
It cannot change shape,
Oh.
so it would be solid.
Shape?
You are wrong. Sorry.
Emily thought she's on a different show.
I thought he was asking an entirely different question.
Jamie, before hearing thunder, why do you often see lightning first?
They go together like
Because that's the sound happens
That's
after.
the way it should be.
'Cause the thunder's
What's
the
another way to say that?
Cause and effect.
What's another way to say that the sound comes after?
One comes before?
Because light travels faster than sound. I'm sorry I can't give you points for that.
Oh,
Oh.
we're toughing it out.
Oh God. Oh, I'm not that good at this.
Emily,
Oh, yes.
which state of matter takes the shape of its container?
Liquid.
Now that is correct.
But could gas also be correct?
Yeah, right?
Yes, but unfortunately it only states liquid.
Well,
of a
that's
bitch.
wrong. There's 2 answers.
What's the answer to this one? What do we call our food pipe?
Our esophagus.
That is correct. Level
Boom.
pegging all the way.
We keep saying pegging.
Sorry, I
I'm
know.
getting excited.
Wrong
Joey, I
environment.
think you know what you need to do, girl.
Joey, and I need to hear all about it. You're invited on the next episode to tell us how it went down.
Okay.
And then we're going to slap the shit out of Miggy.
No, and I'm gonna go for a GI Jane joke. Who's next? I forgot. Emily.
Me.
Okay, Emily.
Actually, honestly, if you hit me over the head for making fun of your hands, I feel like I would have expected that.
Just make a bonk
I
sound.
feel like I have done that.
I think you have too. I think you have hit me.
If you hit me over the head, just go bonk,
Bop.
and then I'll
Bonk.
laugh. Hey, what is used to measure the intensity of earthquakes?
A Geiger counter.
That's wrong. Where did that come? Where did that come from?
No,
Oh, that's radioactivity.
the
Yeah,
Heisman.
the seismograph, the seismograph.
The seismograph?
But hey, Jamie.
Was I close?
Yeah, you said Heisman.
I said Heisman.
You said Heisman.
Heisman.
That's
Heisengraph.
mayo.
Ketchup.
Heinz. That is Heisman. What are the tissues called in which connect bones to muscles, Jamie?
Fucking heck.
You just asked her 2 questions at once.
Wait.
Oh, wait, it's her turn now.
I haven't even processed the last one. Wait, my face hurts.
I'm gonna start giving hints with every answer. The tissue which connects bones to muscles. There's not 9 of them, but it's
Fine of them.
What?
There's 10.
Wait.
Oh,
connects the
I
bones to
get
the
it.
muscle.
I get it.
How many bones are there? 82.
I don't know, but if you have
I
9,
think there's 206.
but if you have 9 done,
I really? How was I an
A
A?
tendon.
Wait.
Because there's 10 of them.
A tendon. Oh, that was a hard one.
Emily.
Wait, I think I just want
one.
to point out that I've really decelerated in my knowledge. I was an A student, and it'd be really hard to tell right now.
To be
I
fair, you
know.
did take a bog rip.
A bunch.
Yeah.
A couple bong rips.
I
Literally
get
processing
significantly
this.
slower when I'm high.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. But hey, being high is hard. What's the hardest known material on Earth,
Dick.
Emily? Close. They're actually pretty close. Closer than you think.
The hardest
Just switch
material.
the last letters.
Will Smith's hand.
Bam! Relevant.
Oh, you
That
said
is a clip.
Yeah.
you said the last letter.
No, I'm just saying, you were close with Dick, but it's the hardest material known on Earth, and everything is up for steal now.
Steel.
Huh?
The hardest material known on Earth is not Dick.
It's pussy.
but it's
Wait, hardest steel?
the hardest material known on Earth. It's not dick, but you're almost there. You're off to the
Balls.
right start. It's diamond.
How does that make sense with dick?
DICK
That's a lot.
You literally just referred to dicks as diamonds, and that's not true.
Wow, pristine.
No.
Perfectly uncut dicks.
No. If it was
Uncircumcised
diamond,
dick.
you should have said girl's best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, movie
But
titles
you
that
thought
can...
about your dick instead of the actual meaning of what a diamond is.
You're right.
So men are always thinking with their
Mickey's
dicks.
like, I am the diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, my dick is special.
Jamie.
Mickey.
If Barbara is facing north and turns 90 degrees
no.
to her left, which direction is she facing now?
West.
Oh.
That is correct. 4 points on the board.
And they say girls aren't good with directions.
Okay, you could take it all with this one.
I use GPS too much.
Emily, what is the capital of Utah?
Silver Lake.
Do you have a steal?
Salt Lake City.
Yes! Jamie is the winner this time. Jamie won the game.
Well, guys, we've had a great episode on Two Girls, One Blunt. I think Jamie got what she deserved. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Follow us on Instagram, OnlyFans,
And I want all
Twitter.
of you in Emily's comments canceling her for slapping me.
Tell Jamie to take a hit better. Don't be a pussy.
Imagine I just get a bunch of comments that are like, stop being a pussy.
Yes, comment on our
Wait.
TikToks. Don't be a
You wanna
pussy,
be a comedian,
Jamie.
learn to take a hit.
Wait, you know how I said on a couple podcasts ago to say like Jamie's divergent or we're gonna I've been getting them more frequently.
Good.
I've gotten a couple, so people are still doing it. So yeah.
Jamie's
I love you
divergent
guys.
and she's a pussy.
I say I'm a pussy all the time.
And now you've proved it.
Who didn't know?
I feel like a lot of people.
You guys thought I was confident? you thought I had all my shit together?
Wait, is the opposite of a pussy someone who has all their shit together?
I don't know. Like, yeah, you're like not scared. You're like alpha.
Go follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. We love you. Bye.